Hey guys, it's Elisa. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to use present perfect continuous tense. This is one of the 4 videos that I am doing about present tense. I also have a video where I talk about all 4 of these tenses together. So if you're wondering what the difference is and why you would use each one versus the other, then you should check that video out. I will make sure that I put it in the description below. So we use this one when something started in the past, it's still happening in the present, and it might continue in the future. So already started in the past, is happening in the present, might be continuing in the future. It doesn't have to be, but it might be. So this is, we just kind of are taking all the tenses here, all of them together in one. So our basic structure for this one is the subject plus have or has plus the verb with ing. So you might say something like, she has been living here for 13 years. So she's been living here for 13 years. She already lived here in the past. She still lives here in the present. She might be living here in the future, probably. I mean, she could be moving in 5 minutes, but that's still the future. 5 minutes from now is still the future. So it doesn't matter if somebody is going to be living there in the future with this one, but they might be. We're not saying they're not. We're not saying they are. We're just telling you it happened in the past, it's happening right now, and maybe it's going to happen in the future. So if I were to say the negative version of that, I would say she has not been living here for 13 years. Maybe she lied. So she has not been living here for 13 years. They have not been living here for 13 years. So we're just adding not. Okay, so now let's get into when we use these. This is used when something has happened in the past, is still happening in the present, and will continue to happen in the future. You may have a specific amount of time that it will continue to happen, and you may not. Either way, you can use this tense. Quick sentence structure for this one is the subject plus have or has plus been plus ing. So you might say something like, he has been working all weekend. They have been looking forward to this forever. All right, so you're going to get 3 example sentences, and here's the first one. So just a reminder, the sentence structure for this one is subject plus have or has plus been plus the verb plus ing. All right, here's our sentence. I have been walking to the store every day now. And so with this one, we're just talking about something that has been happening in the past, still happening in the present, and is going to continue to happen in the future. People have been swimming in the ocean every day this week. So I'm using this because it's something that started in the past, is still happening now, and may or may not happen in the future. This is also kind of where I get into using more words for no reason. It is more simple to say this in present perfect tense than it is to say this in present perfect continuous tense. Just like present perfect tense is shorter than present perfect continuous tense. Same thing. So maybe that's just the way you speak, but I will say I look at a lot of essays, and when people are writing essays and they're constantly using present perfect continuous tense or any of the tenses that have 3 words in it, their papers are wordy. And that's annoying when you're reading someone's paper because it makes it more confusing. So like I was saying earlier, you want to be as concise as possible. So sometimes that's just your vernacular. It's just the way that you speak. And I'm not saying you should stop talking like that. But what I am saying is it's wordy. You have more words than you need, and if you keep doing it in every sentence, it's going to make your sentences confusing. If you just do it every now and then, it's fine. It's nice to switch things up. Sometimes there's a reason why you're saying it. Sometimes you're emphasizing something. So it's not like I never use this tense, because I definitely do. I'm just saying you might not want to be in the habit of using this all the time. All the time just means every sentence or every other sentence because it gets wordy. If you use it a couple times in a conversation, like that's fine. I'm not saying don't use it. I'm just saying be aware of how many words you're taking to say something. Are you being more complicated just to be more complicated, or are you being more complicated because you're giving more information? Just think about that. Okay, last sentence. The book has been sitting on my desk all semester. So again, I added the all semester because, if you're going to add in these extra words in the beginning, you better be doing it for a reason. And truly, just instinctively, I felt the need to give you more information because, again, otherwise, why am I telling you, by using this tense, I'm telling you that there's a timeline, there's a time frame for how long this book has been sitting on my desk. And I'm just giving you that information and clarifying. I'm explaining to you what that time frame is. And that's why just instinctively I'm adding that in. Again, you don't have to for grammar reasons, and maybe it won't make sense or won't be necessary in the conversation, but probably. Yeah. Anyway, all right, so let's talk about how to form a question using these tenses. So usually in present perfect continuous tense, we will take the subject plus have or has plus been plus the verb plus ing, but it's a question. So we're going to flip it. So we're going to start with have or has. Then we're going to take our subject, and then we're going to add been, and then we're going to add the verb with ing. So you might say something like, have I been sleeping this whole time? Have I been snoring this whole time? Have you been staring at me this whole time? All right, so that's it for questions. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of the other videos that I have. You can check out the other videos on tenses on my channel. There will be more coming. I will be going over all 16 tenses in the English language. Bye.